Beszélgettek, érted, ő meg ott...
Jó, hát fingjak már. Hát itthon vagyok, akkor fingok, amikor én akarok.
Én is akkor fingok, amikor tudok. Érted?
Akkor mi a fason vagy?
Hogy fasom, vagy fingos, fasom, fasom. Hónap megyünk 2 napra?
Nem mindegy.
Hogy nekem.
Azt nekem mindegy.
Igen, vagy nyert?
Ha kapok energy-t, kapok neót, kapok ilyeneket, akkor megyek.
Persze, hogy szó.
I'd been on their trail for months, ever since they left their hideout in the Bighorn Mountains. Led by Butch Cassidy, they were a loose association of outlaws who robbed banks and trains from Colorado to Montana. Among them was the son kid, and that murderous hombre I was tracking.
Meg egy finom gesztnyel szeletet.
Were you a part of that giant Pinkerton posse after the Wild Bunch?
No, boy. A circus like that would have slowed
luxus,
me
hát mindig
down.
rendelek hozzá plusz
I
sütit.
wanted Bryant all to myself.
490 forint, úgyhogy Hörbi jó mondja. Egy süti 450, egy szelet 450 körül van. Kolbász! Mi a fasz csinálsz? Hé! Az kilép, bazd meg! Kolbász! Kolbász Isten verjen meg téged, az! Mi a fasz? Jaj. Na bazd meg, én meg visszamettem, ugye? Hát ilyet, kolbász!
Szégyeld magad!
És nem szégyeled el magad, kolbász? Szabad ilyet? Hát igen, mondtam, hogy kolbász ma nem akar jönni Dying Light-hozni. Nem tudom, mikor akar jönni a kolbász, Dying Light-hozni. De nincs sok ebből a játékból, ezt ki kéne tolni. Hát nem tudom, holnap még ezt kitolnám, holnap a Tomi is ráér, nem tudom mit akar játszani, lehet elmegyek vele elfegyezni. Úgyhogy holnapi nap az a baj, hogy most már nem tőlem függenek most már hétvégék. És már attól, hogy kik vannak fönt.
Well, I made my way off unscathed and came upon a few members of the gang and had no choice but to dispatch them. From there, I had to negotiate an even more precarious route. But first, I would need to get my ass
Lehet,
out of
hogy
there.
máma kitolom ezt a gémet.
I jumped from the frying pan into the fire as the train was clearly fixing to fall. I had found the gang, but in order to find old Bob, I needed to fight my way forward past a whole passel of desperados. Outside, inside, any way I could, I made my way towards my prey.
Well, what about the passengers?
It was mostly a freight train, as I recall. There were no passengers aboard that day. I mentioned before, I am not fond of heights. But I was too busy dodging bullets to worry about falling to my death.
Takarodj már.
Odds were I was likely to die that day anyway. So I was determined to take down as many of those bastards as I could. At times it was like shooting ducks in a shooting gallery. The only difference is these damn ducks shot back. You can't hide. I kept hoping the law would show up and give me a hand.
Like that giant Pinkerton posse that I read.
Na mi van már? Ez mi volt?
Ledobott meg vissza.
Én már azt hittem, hogy valaki jött.
Ledobott meg vissza.
Jaj! Heten vannak, mint a gonoszok, nézd már.
Yeah.
Help? From the Pinkertons? No, son. I had to fight the wild bunch all by my lonesome. As usual.
Egyedül.
Who the hell is that?
Három megvan. Very nice food.
My guess is those dime novels didn't portray this as it happened, did they? Only a few
Oda szóljon neki, hú! Kik ez a toljad neki pont, hú! Azt nézd! Nincs menekvés. Szétrombantunk mindent is.
Once I silenced all those guns, I went searching for my nemesis, determined to finally have my justice. But the only survivor who welcomed me was George Flat-Nosed Curry.
Who was he?
The fastest gun in the gang. Right after Sundance, I mean. And Kid Curry, and maybe Elsie Lay. Though some folks might dispute that.
Kell ki kellett volna kerülni. Bazd meg, rosszat nyomok. Jobb klikket a sima klik helyett. Na bazd meg, a másik irányba kellett volna.
On that very
Nice.
same day, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid decided to leave the Wild Bunch behind and decamped for South America. They ended up living down there for many years, but I'm sure you already know all about that. I tried to find Bob Bryant, but it was as if he'd disappeared. Sometime later, I heard the Wild Bunch was back together. Kid Curry escaped from jail, and now he was running the whole shebang. So I took to their trail, as I was still in pursuit of my brother's killer and hoped that he was back with him.
That Kid Curry's kinda crazy, ain't he?
Don't let him hear you saying that.
Anyways, I tracked those boys to a camp right outside Parachute, Colorado.
Who's shooting at us? We're under fire!
Somebody kill this son of a bitch off! He's crazier than a cat in a full rocking chair! Somebody shoot!
Being outnumbered, I didn't bother with a warning shot. I just started taking those bastards down. Old Bob wasn't among them, and neither was Kid Curry. I could sense him close by, however, plotting something nasty. I just needed a clue as to their whereabouts. And I found one. A map with their bold plan clearly marked. This time they were fixing to blow up a train trestle. Property of the Union Pacific. The plan clearly indicated how they were fixing to undermine several of the weakest wooden supports. Kid Curry was considered the wildest of the wild bunch. It was said that he fathered 85 bastard children, though some say it was only 5. Kid Curry had bragged to a whore how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Mint in Denver. And that whore, Fat Sally, she told me. The bridge was rigged with dynamite, so I decided I'd best be careful confronting those bastards. And I made it a point to remove any dynamite that I came across. A moment later, I saw a ladder that somehow had escaped my attention.
Don't you blow us up now.
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
But the wild bunch did not take kindly to my presence and attempted to blow my head off. It appeared the kid had found a number of new recruits to bolster their ranks. Yes, there's always desperate men willing to trade their lives for stolen treasure.
What happened next?
Well, having removed the first bundle of dynamite, I decided I might as well remove the other one. Once that was done, I figured I'd find my way from there.
Na bazd meg, rossz irány. Na bazd meg! Ha ki volt itt? Banyák, olyan gyorsan akarok menni, hogy...
Látok egy ügyön. Mit látok kint most az utcán? Neonos RGB-s, így mondom akkor, RGB-s kutyanyakör. És úgy sétáltassa a csávó a kutyát. Komoly, mi? Kicsit.
Igen, nagyon komoly.
Itt a Cyberpunk. Neonos kutyanyakör. Sétáltatásod a sötétbe.
Had to remove more of that damn dynamite.
It must have been terrifying trying to make your way across.
I was sweating it, and I noticed the footbridge tied up on high, so I shot the rope. Of course, I had to tread carefully, otherwise I could, well, die.
Mondom neked tiszta retro stíl. Vagy inkább futurisztikus.
So that was all the dynamite?
Funny you should mention that, darling. As actually there was a fourth charge impeding my progress.
You ain't killing me.
Pretty nice, good.
Once I removed it, my path was pretty clear.
Are you some kind of maniac?
Ne! Lőttem.
Proceeded onward. I realized that that way just wasn't gonna work. I needed an alternate path forward.
Ah, that's pretty nice. Most mi van?
Luckily, I found a cave, and as I made my way back to the bridge, I saw something that concerned me. It was a long, burning fuse, and it was moving fast as hell. I had to catch it. The burning fuse was so damn quick, I had to run like the wind. I almost had it, but no. Thought I was gonna have a coronary when I lost sight of those sparks. My heart was pounding like a sledgehammer.
Bakker, mi a... Bakker, hát hogy kellett oda fölmenni? Ezt se nem állította meg, akkor mi állítja meg?
Jó kérdés.
Jó, van esély még lehet.
How badly my adventure might have ended had I not been as careful
Elmegyek,
as
azt
hell.
leesek.
I knew that failure meant boom. Then, finally, at the last moment. Whew. Of course, I was successful, or clearly I wouldn't be talking to you folks here today. Naturally, I removed the last dynamite charge. Well, it was a touching reunion. But by this time, I was thoroughly exhausted and dragging my ass as I was not a young man anymore. It's truly amazing I've made it this far in life, considering how many times I've danced with death.
De nyomtam! Bakkeret! Nyomom az ugrást.
that SOB. Make him bleed. Send him to yes.
Finally, I found those boys. Or more precisely, they
Nice.
found me.
Razer and Kid Curry.
Ow.
Ow.
Nuttier than a damn fruitcake.
Basszultjál meg! Ha be kellett volna gyorsan rohanni és a kút benyomni. S, V, A, S, A, S.
Razer and Kid Curry, that's me. Nuttier than a damn fruitcake. Cutting this down.
Ez az. Ez a beszéd.
Just when I thought things couldn't get worse, Kid Curry opened up on me with a goddamn Gatling gun. It was hidden in this tunnel and pretty well shielded.
Nyugodjál már meg. Kid Curry. Rohadjon meg. Melyik Kid Curry? A sok közül. Mi?
Amelyik hátrébb lelöldözik.
De a többiek milyen rohadt akkor.
Luckily, I had located some dynamite. I still, however, had my work cut out for me.
Get out, you yellow bastard! Are you kidding me?
Pedig fölrobbantottam.
Get out of here! Time for you to lay down and die. It's not fair. Stand still so I can kill you.
Nem tudok oda menni közelebb. Egyszerűen.
You know who I am? Shit! I got to reload? Damn it, I need
Adjál meg akkor. Ezt pedig tele nyomtam dinamittal.
This is the last mistake you'll ever make. Yeah! Damn it, I need some help here. Come on, boys. Take this son of a
Megöljél már meg ott fent.
Stand still so I can kill you. Give me a hand here, goddammit. Like this, cocksucker. Move it, boy. This is gonna hurt.
Takarodj már a faszba! Késes a kurva anyádat azt. Ezt kezdhetem megint a legelejétől. De meg nem enged a játék. Nehogy gyorsan kitoljam. Megvan, honnan kell neked lőni.
It's not fair. Are you kidding me?
Gyerünk, te geci!
Come on, boys. Make this something. Beat that bastard. Give me a hand here, goddammit.
De ha ott lövöm, bazd meg, a faszé nem döglik meg a késes kurva anyja az. Faszé nem döglik meg, amikor ott lövöm.
This is the last mistake you'll ever make. Yeah.
Rohadjál meg!
Eventually, I brought that tunnel down.
Ez az.
That's when I met Kid Curry himself. He had decided to stop pussyfooting around and deal with me personally.
Na végre. És megölünk a picsába.
Fast as he was, I was just a bit faster.
Ez a beszéd.
And as he lay wounded, I demanded to know the whereabouts of Roscoe Bob Bryant. He shouted at me. Is that what this is about? Bob went with Butch and Sundance to South America. You ain't never finding him. Those were his last words.
So, Bob Bryant got away?
I knew I'd never find him in South America.
What about the other killer?
Yeah, you kinda glossed over that one.
Well, I found Jim not long after my showdown with Ringo. At the time, he was riding with the James Younger gang. Did I neglect to mention that?
Jesse James? The greatest outlaw who ever lived?
Jesse and his kin rode with Quantrill when he raided Lawrence, Kansas, and killed near 200 people, boy.
Ah, nothing great about that.
And from there, him and his brother went on to rob banks and trains from Kansas to Missouri.
Which is why there was such a rich bounty on their heads. 40 grand for both of them, dead or alive. That's one hell of a payday. I confronted them as they were robbing a train. Bullets were flying at me from every which way. But I knew I'd have to fight my way forward if I was gonna find this Jim.
Most vonaton vagyunk, szóval... Gyerünk! Szeva! Bű! Bű!
Now wait a second. Now, how'd they stop this train in the first place?
Well, the James boys were experts at this.
Ajaj. Tekintetével. Jesse James.
They hopped a freight train, having heard there was a big payroll in the express safe. So, I hopped the same train. The James Younger gang was decimated after that little fiasco they had in Northfield, Minnesota. So Jesse needed more men and took on the killer I was after, along with a host of others. I was hoping to find my man and put a bullet in his head. Climbing around that train, I must have swallowed 100 damn bugs before I reached
James
that.
Younger gang pulled the first train robbery west of the Mississippi.
Sounds like you hold them in high regard.
Everyone knows they were the most famous outlaw gang ever.
And you took them all on by your lonesome. Again. I'm finding this all a little hard to swallow, friend.
Well, maybe you need to wash it down with some whiskey. By the way, did I mention that that train was flying down those tracks like a bat out of hell? Anyway, excuse me, Ben. Where would I find the gentleman's facilities? Suddenly I have an urgent need to drain my one-eyed snake. Well, I've had more than a few drinks, and I've been sitting here for quite a spell.
Right through there. Let me show you.
It was a rickety ride and quite precarious.
Amire kellett menni?
I never heard so much malarkey in my life.
You think he's bullshitting us?
You don't think he's Silas Greaves?
I think he's just some old drunk looking for some free liquor.
I don't know, Jack. I think I believe him. You don't think he met Jesse James?
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That story makes no sense at all.
Jack.
I mean, you gotta be 2 bricks short of a load to believe that cock and bull story.
Ha vagyunk baszva, hogy ugyanaz vagyunk egyfolytában.
But you seriously think that tired old man went toe-to-toe with Jesse James?
Well, that's better. Did I mention that this Jim was married to the infamous Belle Star? Of course, I didn't learn that until later. Anyway, I made my way forward the best I could. Around the sides, over the roof. At some point, some sumbitch saw me and shouted out, "It's the damn Pinkertons!" Now, I never worked for that limey cocksucker, but I guess they assumed I was one of his assassins. Those evil bastards firebombed Jesse's mother's house and killed his stepbrother.
Járd meg, itt volt mellettem, de jó.
Each and every asshole on that train wanted me dead.
Everybody's always mistaking you for somebody else, aren't they? Why is that, I wonder?
Don't rightly know, Jack. I'm just telling you how I remember.
I bet you are.
Goddamn law dog.
Basztam. Hát ez
It
meg
was
mi
definitely
volt?
safer on the inside of the train. I came across a flat car piled high with logs and had to come up with a creative way to make my way forward.
What?
I wondered if I was ever going to find the front of that train.
Yeah.
Or the bastard I was after. Right about then, I was attacked by some asshole on a Gatling gun.
Yeah, seems like you run into a lot of them.
Asshole?
Gatling guns.
Yes, I did. Now, I don't remember how I took it out. It was either a bullet or dynamite.
Where would you find dynamite?
Does it really matter, Jack? You're messing with the flow of the story here.
Na bazd meg, ennyit sem nem emeltek ki. Jaj, már el akartam volna bukni. Gyerünk! Hát de nem tudunk legalább addig elmenni? Hát eddig nem lőtt lánk ennyire. Utás. Ó, bazd meg, ez itt volt. Jó, hamar megdöglünk. Vagy segíke, jó szóltam, hogy...
Nézem a streamet.
Végre. Én fogom alkalmazni még a végén.
Jaj.
I was looking for Jim and shooting any son of a bitch stupid enough to get in my way. And that included Jesse James himself.
Nice.
There sure were a lot of men determined to die that day.
This asshole don't know who he's up against.
It was then that Jesse detached the express car from the rest of the damn train. I could see Jesse waiting for me, fixing to kill me so he could get away with all that money.
You had a showdown with Jesse James?
Of course he didn't. Everybody knows that Jesse was killed by
Ó,
Bob
még
Ford.
vele is szembeszálltunk.
Jesse went out like John Wesley Hardin. Coward shot him in the back of the head.
Guess it doesn't matter how far you run, does it, Ben? Your past always catches up with you. Yeah, I didn't kill
Nice.
Jesse James. Just wounded him bad
Csak
enough to convince him to hang up his guns.
meggyőzem
What about
tőle. Ó,
that Jim
érted a
fella?
fegyvert.
What happened to him?
I figure he was up front with a gun to the engineer's head. That bastard slipped away again. I'll tell you how I got him. But first I need to wet my whistle. After my showdown with Jesse, I continued to track his brother, Frank, and that son of a bitch Jim.
Megnézem, hol tartok ebbe a gamebe.
Na hol?
Bitch disappeared into thin air. Standing together. Years old.
That kid Curry.
Or how he was gonna rob a train heading to the U.S. Hey.
Lassan a végénél vagyunk. Most volt neki is a vonatos rész. Ó, hát akkor ebbe a streambe kitoljuk.
But first I need to wet my whistle.
Ah, még olyan... Ő 1 óra van belőle. Akkor ki is írom, hogy ending. Ending. 40 perc. 40-50 perc, vagy maximum 1 óra van a gameből.
In fact, before I could find them, some Indians who fled the Reds and were hiding out from the military found me first. They probably thought I was a cavalry scout and didn't want me telling the military where they were.
Engines?
Yeah, they could have been Cheyenne, but there was all sorts of renegades roaming the landscape back then.
Elefántcsont markolat. Jó, maradok a puskánál most.
Hey, how about another whiskey, Ben? Nothing better to soothe the troubled soul. Now, where was I? Indian tribe. I had more than my share of run-ins with the Red Man. Like that time... Did I tell you about Grey Wolf?
Yes, sir. You did.
Ah, of course I did. In fact, I can still remember that old medicine man's words to me.
Jesus Christ, go back to that again.
You carry great darkness in your heart. It will claim your soul. You will come to this place again and kill many more men. Until it consumes everything you are.
Azt, amilyen messziről.
Az a figyeljük, nice.
So, did you ever find him?
Who?
The man you are after.
Let me ask you something, Ben. You ever think about death?
Hát igen,
Mr.
azért
Graves, are you all right?
795 pontot kaptam.
Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year? What is this that I can't see?
Ez olyan ismerős ez a szám.
With ice cold hands
Ez a zene nagyon ismerős
taking
nekem.
hold of me. Well, I am
Süki, ez volt filmben is. Ez az a szám, ami most énekel.
Someone would pray. Could you wait to call me another day? Oh, death. Oh, death. Won't you spare me over till another year?
So, are you gonna answer the question?
What question is that?
Jim Reed. Did you ever find him?
Reed. was indeed that son bitch's surname. That's right, Ben. A despicable character. I remember him laughing like a hyena that cold morning they lynched me and my brothers. He was intent on avoiding my vengeance, but nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing.
Frank James. Lehet, hogy ő az utcsó. Sőt, akkor biztos is.
I finally did track those outlaws down. They had long rifles with scopes and were well positioned to pick off any poor soul who came anywhere close. I'm guessing Frank James believed I was responsible for the demise of his brother Jesse. I couldn't really disagree with the man, as I thought Jesse was dead then as well. He backed off as I closed in on him, but he was still intent on killing me. And when I closed in on him again, he backed off again, looking for a better angle on me. Well, I can't fault Frank for wanting his revenge, as I was there for the same damn reason myself. At this point, I'm guessing you think Silas Greaves is a worse murderer than Jim Reed ever was.
No, sir.
A man who spent half his life killing somebody's brothers, fathers, sons.
I think you were just looking for justice, sir.
Is that what I was looking for in life? Is that what it was? Justice?
Isn't that why you were hunting the James gang?
The James gang. Right. I finally found Frank holed up in his mountain cabin, and he was determined to have me dead. It was a pitched battle that could have gone either way. Luckily, I had some dynamite in my possession.
Dynamite? On your person?
A few sticks, just in case. It's always good to be prepared.
Right.
I'm just laying out the facts as I remember them, Jack.
Posso Kijelző, jó? Jó lesz.
Hol van még dinamit? Oh yeah.
That old shack? Well, it went tumbling right off that cliff.
With Frank James still in it?
Yes, sir.
But Frank James is still alive, living in Missouri, showing folks around the family farm for 25 cents a tour.
I didn't say he died in the fall, now did I?
I'm done with this damnable outlaw life. Kill me, don't kill me, do what you will. At this point, I just don't give a shit.
I explained to Frank that I had nothing against him personally and that I was looking for someone else.
You want Reed? Have at him. I never did like that bastard. I am done here.
We parted in peace as Frank pointed out the path to my prey before making his way back down the hill.
Akkor nice.
So what happened with Reed? Well, I finally found the last of the gang hiding in a nearby cave. First, I had to dispatch the lookouts. But I was determined not to let that murderer escape my revenge again.
Time to fill you full of lead.
Rather than wander in willy-nilly, I decided it would be better to smoke that sumbitch out. Hey, Reed!
Nice.
Shouted. No wonder you're so ornery. Can't be easy being married to Belle Starr. While you're off providing for the family, she's spreading her legs for every Tom, Dick, and Cole Younger. Not an attractive woman exactly, but very friendly. At least she was to me.
Son of a bitch!
It was then that the last bunch of bandits jumped out of hiding.
Why won't this asshole give up? Would someone please kill him?
Oh. Gyertek ki, rohadékok!
Eventually, it was just me and Reed. I had waited a long time to face him down, so I could repay him for what he did to my brothers. And repay him I did. Well, I don't know about you boys, but I'm pretty beat.
Well, it's too damn bad you never found that Bob character. Seems a shame he never had to pay.
Well, funny thing about that, I did have one more chance at him.
Oh.
6 months ago, I heard that Butch and Sundance were back in the States and had gathered up some of their old gang. I tracked them down, hoping that Roscoe Bob Bryant had returned with them.
So you're saying they didn't die down in Bolivia?
That's what I'm saying.
Ha kérdem én, ha ez volt ez a rész, akkor ez most mi? Ja, hát itt van.
I followed those bastards into the high mountains as they were
Állíts már meg. Nem bídja. Frissítés.
On the ground.
Well, my
Turn me over to another. Off that cliff. Very frank. I heard that Butch's son.
Ó, már nincs sok belőle se ki.
Akkor fejezzük be.
"40 years I had waited to get my hands on the last of my brother's killers. Not even an army of demons could have stopped me now. Both Johnny Ringo and Jim Reed fell fairly quickly. But the last one, Roscoe Bob Bryant, that son of a bitch had managed to escape my vengeance time and time again. I couldn't even be certain I'd recognize him after all those years. By now, he had to be close to 70.
for all you know, he could have been dead.
That thought had indeed crossed my mind. As did
Rendesen
others.
kiterítettük őket.
For instance, did my thirst for vengeance turn me into something worse than the man I was after? By this point in my storied career, I had killed more men than Bob Bryant ever had. I was furious as hell at that bastard for making me who I am. Nothing could stop me from taking his life. I've been after that killer forever. From the time I rode with Billy the Kid. But that chapter of my story you already know.
Chapter of that fairy tale, you mean?
Suddenly it was 1910. There I was, an old man roaming a ghost town dead almost 2 decades.
Vele kellett jönni? De. Hogy így áll?
Just like me. But I wasn't about to call it quits.
Keressek bejáratot? Nincs kell bejárat, erre kell jönni.
Even though the ghosts of my dead brothers were begging me to end what I started so long ago.
Mr. Graves, are you all right? Would you like some water?
The Wild Bunch knew I was there. They were after a treasure they had hidden before they fled. Buried in the grave of a dead amigo. Some folks think the town is haunted, so they figured there wouldn't be many people poking around. I intended to fill that grave with Bob Bryant's corpse. But like I said, the bandits knew I was on to them. They lured me in and hit me with everything they had.
Obviously prevailed since you're sitting there.
Actually, in that moment, I did not prevail.
So I suppose we're talking to a ghost.
Funny you should put it like that, Jack. Because when I woke up...
From the dead?
There was silence all around me.
Szia, Satoshi!
I could swear to God I saw Billy then.
Billy who?
Billy, the kid. William Bonney. He was shooting at me from a rooftop. Here, and there, and even over there.
So I am right. You are titched in the head.
Mr. Greaves, perhaps we should switch you to coffee?
You see that old Indian again, too?
No, but I did see Billy's killer. Patrick Floyd Garrett. He came at me guns a-blazing. But I knew that old war horse had died 2 years before. I wondered if maybe I was dead too and confronting the ghosts of my past. Perhaps all my sins were coming back to haunt me and drag me down to perdition. I saw Henry Plummet throw dynamite at me.
A gyilkosát látjuk most mindjárt.
In the gates of the cemetery, I saw John Wesley Hardin, just like I remembered him.
Ez kemény. Csak egy bejössz a mikrofont rögtön, csak kicsi probléma van a Win 10 funkcióval. Hát én már régóta Win 11-et használok. Tudni? Ez honnan az egész. Baszki, előbb azt mutatja, hogy arra van a golyó utána, meg nem arra felé.
Appeared with his terrible double-barrel shotgun. No Ghost Army was stopping me.
My father-in-law got hit with a falling branch. He spent the rest of his life.
Fussá már!
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me dead.
Összes mikrofont bekapcsolja és nem lehet kiválasztani. Hackent Kamera is együtt kezeli, vagy mint szó, vagy egy csík se is. Úgy gerjednek, hogy csak na egymásra. Azt kell.
Newman Hayes Clanton, William Brocious, John Peters
Javan,
Ringo,
merre
they
kell
all wanted
menni?
me dead.
Számolj le a múltaddal, hát köszi. Menj, fussál már hátra, vagy nem tudok ide fölmenni?
William Brocious, John Peters Ringo, they all wanted me
Faszé se
dead.
tudok oda fölmenni. Ott volt.
The Dalton brothers, Robert and Grattan, guardians of the Garden of the Dead. George Curry and Harvey Logan, alias Kid Curry, both thirsty for vengeance from the great beyond. Jesse, Woodson, James, and Jim Reed, each one deader than the next. I thought I would go crazy.
Thought?
Faszom, mennyi eszelemet kell még megölni?
Finally, I saw Harry Alonzo Longbottom.
The Sundance Kid?
Like a general leading his legion of the dead.
You told us before you'd see him alive.
He was alive. Called to me from afar. It was Robert Leroy Parker, a.k.a. Butch Cassidy, coming at me from out of the fog.
Thanks for taking care of that bastard.
But the kid wasn't quite deceased. Not yet.
Takes more than one little bullet to kill the likes of me, partner.
Those two looked like they hadn't seen each other for quite a while. Clearly, they were no longer amigos.
Shit. I was hoping I wouldn't have to kill you.
You won't have to, Butch. I'm killing you first.
Öltözni? Nem
I
áll.
asked them
Mész
about Bob
dolgozni.
Bryant, but they were too busy with their own heated conversation.
Let me get this shit straight. You want my money and the love of my life?
You frittered it all away, Butch. Edda's mine. So is that damn money.
I didn't want to shoot anybody until I had an answer to my question. But those boys didn't give me much of a choice.
Ja, mész haza? Na, az a jobbik eset. A mexikói padhelyzetben használj Q-et, és pontos a változás, és arra a zeneség, majd téged néz. Ez néz engem. Oké. Kezdjük vele. Bazd meg! Ah! Az meg arra nézett.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid died there in that cemetery not 6 months ago.
Ez az.
Jó, azt le van szabad, hiába tisztességtelen, már ott volt a izéjjel. Finálé. Mi van? Nem ez volt a finálé?
De.
Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid were killed by the Bolivian army. Everybody knows that.
That's the legend, but it ain't the truth.
So, you never found Bob? There is no Bob. This old sumbitch ain't even Silas Greaves.
Sir, is that true? Have you been pulling our legs this whole time?
Mi van?
Well, not the whole time.
Oh man, I think you've worn out your welcome here.
Maybe you're right, Jack. Maybe it's time to pay. You see, Ben, or should I say Bob, your past always catches up with you.
I was a different man back then, crazy. Drinking, I've changed my ways, I swear to you. If I could turn back the clock,
But you can't, Bob.
Ez a válasz végül, tetszik ki.
Ne öljük meg.
Nem.
Why'd you toy with me like that? Telling those tales, knowing all along. Why not just lay your cards on the table?
Wanted to suss you out, Bob. See what kind of man you turned out to be. Maybe prod you into drawing on me. See, all those years on your trail turned me into a killer. Can't even remember who I was before you tried to murder me. You, on the other hand, walked that very same path in exactly the opposite direction.
What do you mean by that?
You think your life is worth sparing, Bob? boy. What's your name again?
It's Eisenhower, sir. Dwight Eisenhower.
What do you plan to do with your life, Dwight Eisenhower?
Tomorrow I'll be leaving for West Point, sir.
So, you want to be a soldier? Well, then do it right, son. Don't tear down the world out of anger and spite like I did. You build it up. You do something decent with your life, you hear me?
Sir? Yes, sir.
I won't have it said I left you with nothing, Bob.
Jó game volt. Lassan már senki se tudja, hogy ki kell dolgozni. És megint ez a zene! Ezt én valahol hallottam ezt a zenét. Hát meg az öltözőben is át kellett adni a gépet. Az komoly. Én is a B4 kezdtem, mentem a B3, aztán A2 soron fejeztem be. Az komoly. Most már rendes izé szólt. Jó volt. Most kemény szatocsi. Ezt kitoltuk. Das ist e-mailek. Na nézzük. Ki ezt tudunk létre? Amúgy most végig tesztem az összes mikrofont, hogy melyik ha jó van, vagy hagyd darab. Az kemény. Nézzük ki rafinálkodik itt. Rafinálkodik.
Olvasz.
League of Legends-ezik.
Nem baj, megyünk oda. Ma úgy nagyon tudok izélni.
Na itt van ez a fonalas csaj.
Nem fonalas csaj, nem vagyok hívva.
Mi? Gyűrűk urás játék? Ja, ez D&D. Féleség. IGN-en. Szerintem úgy lesz, mert amúgy nem szeretek hangosan beszélni, csak azért. Ja. A telónak jó lenne a mikrofon, kamera, a kép, de az hangosnak kell lenni. Te kukolbász. Na, érvénytelen. Mert Immortál ét írtam be véletlenül. Na, csekkolok és tekerhetek. Na, akkor jó hazautat, Szatucsi, aztán. Mivel fizetést pedig nem kaptam, meg nem tudtam elküldeni a cuccokat, de remélem már hétfőn már biztos el tudom. Na, legyetek rosszak. Addig is. Pau.